Four Hour Workweek was a transformational book for so many people, including myself. It really opened the eyes of people to understand that there's a whole world out there at your fingertips and you need to go grab it. But the 4 Hour Workweek fails, in my opinion, in one fundamental way. Remember, there's a quote in the book where Tim Ferriss says, "People don't want to be millionaires. They want what they perceive $1 million would buy them. They want that lifestyle." And as a lifelong entrepreneur like Tim Ferriss, I couldn't take more of an issue with that. Because to me, one of the things that Tim Ferriss talked about was if you want to live like, quote unquote, a millionaire, or what you perceive to be a millionaire, more importantly, it's a big difference. Tim Ferriss talked about go and lease a Ferrari. You don't have to buy one for $300,000. You can pay $1,500 a month and rent one. But to me, the idea that I'm going to go and get in debt with a car company for the next 24 months or 36 months to pay them the depreciation on a car and to be locked into a contract that I can't walk away from, to me, that's not financial freedom. What the 4 Hour Workweek did a great job of talking about was the idea of geo-arbitrage. And I've talked many times how I remember reading the book when it first came out. My friends and I were all interested in this. And the one thing I immediately put in play, because I already had a muse, I already had a business, but the one thing I immediately put into place was I went out and I hired people in other countries. I got the geo-arbitrage of hiring people in India and in Bangladesh and in Moldova. And that was my first experience as I was just starting to travel at that point. My first experience with what it was like doing business in other parts of the world. And I remember thinking, how amazing is this that I get to be in the United States selling to US customers who don't know that part of my back office is in Moldova. That part was incredible, but what I think that the book misses is this idea that what you perceive to be a millionaire not only may not be really what you want, it may not even be what it's cracked up to be. The concept of money is so fungible that what $1 million will buy you today, or the $1 million lifestyle is today, might change a year from now or 5 years ago. And for me, I don't want the flexibility just to live like a king or live like a millionaire in my home country, in the United States, and wherever I'm from. I want the flexibility to say, if the United States is no longer open to me, I want to go there. I want opportunities. I want second passports. I want foreign bank accounts. I want safeguards. I want redundancies. I want a backup plan. And ultimately, what Nomad Capitalist is all about is leaning in as much as possible towards that backup plan and towards having that diversified lifestyle. To do that, it would be a lot more helpful if you were actually a millionaire. Banks want minimum deposits. Real estate in other countries requires money. These things all require some kind of cash. I think Tim Ferriss did a tremendous job opening people's eyes, but I push back on the fact that people don't want to be millionaires. I wanted to be a millionaire since I was 11 years old. If you're really serious in business, you want to be successful because that's the marker. And for all of the talk these days in 2019 from people who are #entrepreneur on Instagram who are saying it's not about the money. Of course it's about the money. Money is the scorecard because in entrepreneurship you win or you lose. It's binary. You're profitable or you're not profitable. Money is the result of successfully creating value. You may not live for the money because I would argue it's the reverse. You don't even necessarily want the $1 million lifestyle. Not everyone does, but they want the mark of success. And from a Nomad Capitalist perspective, I want to be able to say, you know what? My country scares the crap out of me. I'm going to go to St. Lucia. I'm going to give them $100,000 to be their citizen. So now I've got an insurance policy. That takes money. I want to go and invest in a house somewhere else where I can go and live, where I've got a place where they will allow me to go there if I don't want to be here anymore. And that takes money. I think that what's worth considering is the fact that society has made our relationship with money so vulgar. The fact that the 1% and the Occupy Wall Street and all these different things that have come about in our modern age where people in the West are frustrated with wealth and they feel like they're left out, those of us who have been successful are increasingly trying to hide from that. And we're trying to say things like, I don't need $1 million, I just want to drive a Ferrari. But if you look at history, if you look at people who accomplished great things, people who created great value, people who are still talked about as business titans and as legends today, they made large amounts of money. And that money allowed them to have an impact in the world. It allowed them to give back. That's something that is never discussed here. Like, you want to give back. You want to have a great life. You want to be able to protect yourself and your family and leave an inheritance to your children and help them be better off than you were. And so much of what is talked about in these circles today is about life hacks and shortcuts and corner cutting and how to push someone off the tango stage. And like, that's the path to wealth. To me, it's backward. Make the wealth and then enjoy it. Don't enjoy it because you can lease a car. Don't enjoy it because you can find some shortcut to stay in some guy's villa for a while. Money buys you control. Money buys you the ability to say, I don't want to do that, or I don't want to be there. Money gives you the power to say, I'm not owned by you. Because I can tell you, in my business, I'm able to be extraordinarily choosy to make sure I only want to work with people who are agreeable. I want to work with people who are nice. If you're not agreeable, like, I don't need your money. Because I've accomplished something. When I was 21 years old, I would take anyone's money who wanted to pay, even if they would call me at 2 in the morning and bother me. Now I don't have to. That affects me. It affects my mental health. It affects my family. It affects my friends. It gives me a better quality of life that no Ferrari on a lease can do. To me, that's the missing element. Money is what buys things. And I push back on this idea that nobody wants to be a millionaire. Being a millionaire gives you all the options that no matter what happens, not just today, not just that you want the Ferrari today, but it gives you the flexibility that no matter what happens tomorrow, next year, a decade from now, you can pivot, you can react, you can go where you're treated best because the tides are changing in the world. Things are changing, places are changing, new opportunities are cropping up. You're either going to suffer the consequences of being stuck in one place, or you're going to profit from tremendous new opportunities because you had that money, because you were a millionaire. I believe that's the real lesson about wealth in this day and age. Hi, I'm Andrew Henderson from Nomad Capitalist. I wrote this book, which you can find on Amazon, to distill a lot of the stuff we talk about in these videos and a lot of the stuff I've learned over the last decade plus traveling all around the world, teaching you about how to legally reduce your taxes, build your personal freedom, and create wealth faster. Definitely get a copy of this book if you want to learn more. Now, if you want to watch more videos, make sure you subscribe to our channel and make sure you click the notifications bell so you never miss one of our new videos with more tips on how to go where you're treated best. And if you're already a 6- or 7-figure entrepreneur and you'd like to put these strategies in place for yourself, go to nomadcapitalist.com and learn about how I can help you.